In this video, we are going to talk about how to predict products for synthesis reactions. So as a reminder, a synthesis reaction is where you combine two elements to make one compound. So we have the reaction framework here, A plus B. A and B are just representing two different elements, and you can see that they combine together to make one compound. So we are going to follow two steps when we are learning or figuring out how to predict the products of this reaction. So the first step is you write out the charges for each element. So looking at this example here, what that means is I am going to write out the charges for magnesium and for phosphorus. So magnesium is Mg, it has a +2 charge, and then phosphorus has a -3 charge. So we've done step number one. Step number two then is to use the crisscross method to make an ionic compound. So here's what we mean by that. We take the charges, the 2 and the 3, we crisscross the charges to make a new ionic compound. So our new ionic compound will be Mg3 and then P2. So that's our final answer. Let's try two more examples. Again, we're going to follow those same two steps. So first step, I'm going to write out the charges for each of the elements. So aluminum is +3, and then oxygen is -2. You might be wondering why there is a 2 subscript next to the oxygen and whether that matters. Oxygen is one of your diatomic elements. It's one of the 7, so that's why the 2 is there. But when we are predicting the product of this reaction, we don't need to worry about that. So we're going to take our 2 charges here. We are going to crisscross them, and we get Al2O3 as our product. And a note here, none of these reactions are balanced. That's a different video in which I show you how to balance. So one last example we'll go through, and that is Mg plus O2. So again, I'm going to write out the charges. Magnesium is +2, oxygen is -2. So since I have equal and opposite charges, I can just stick those two ions together to make my new compound MgO.